Hello, this is a review of the Nokia N900. We're going to cover things like call quality, battery life, OS, this QWERTY keyboard, browser, and a few other bits and bobs. So let's get started. What I'm going to cover is call quality. As this is a phone, it should be good at making calls, or so you'd think. I'd say the Nokia N900 is pretty good at making calls, as in the fact that the other person can hear you very clearly and you can hear them. There are no extra sound effects or any other noise that interfere with the call. The speakerphone on this phone is pretty good. There is a bit of a tinny sound, as you'd expect on a speakerphone, but it is pretty minimal and you can hear the other person very well. So if you like to use your speakerphone, this is a good phone for you, and obviously if you're a heavy caller, the N900 will do the job. So the next thing we're going to go on to is the battery life, and this is a problem with the Nokia N900. Even though it is powered by a 1320 milliamp hour battery, the battery life on this phone is not good at all. As you can see at the moment, I am connected to 3G, and I've done a bit of research checking the specs on the Nokia website, and 3G talk time will only last you 4.5 hours, and standby time on 3G 250 hours. So in the real world, for me, I take my phone off the charge about 9 AM in the morning. After a day of texting, a few calls, browsing the internet, the battery is usually dead by about 6 PM. So if you're a heavy user and you've got a full day at work or at school or whatever, and you're going to be using your phone a lot, the N900's battery will let you down. However, there is a bit of a way around it, and it involves downloading a little tweak which allows you to choose your mode. So you can do either 3G, which I'm connected to, GSM, which is essentially 2G, and dual, which means it'll obviously fluctuate wherever you are. But obviously, if you do go for the GSM, your internet speeds will suffer, etc., etc. But I'm not going to go into that at all. So, all in all, battery life pretty poor. Now, the OS, however, which is Maemo 5, is excellent. If you're a developer and you know how to build your apps, this is the right phone for you. It is very open. It comes with X terminal pre-installed. I'm sure if you're a developer you know what that is. But the OS in itself is not very well known, say such as iOS, as Android, but for me I think it is a very good OS. For example, it is very simple. These are the home screens. You just slide through them and you have different things. I'll just bring it up a bit. And you've got things such as the calendar there, shortcuts to contacts, email, and the phone. Here you've got bookmarks for the Obvious Store and Maemo Select that just came built in. And these two are additional ones I've downloaded, so I think for the interest of fairness we should delete it. And this can be done very simply by tapping and holding, and then you get this little screen. Press X, and this is where all the customization is done on the N900 for the home screens. If you just tap that, and you get this little menu bar: add shortcut, add bookmark, change background, themes. Obviously you got an array of themes here, and you can add a widget. These are the widgets possible. You can download more, but that is an optional extra. And you can add a contact and so on. So the home screen, as I said, is pretty simple, and it really does the job. Another plus about the OS is this little status bar at the top, as I'm sure you can see. This here, that's obviously to go onto the menu, nice and easy. But this I find very handy. It says the time, your signal strength, your battery life, if connected to the internet, your updates, and obviously your profile. I quite like it because everything there is very simple. You could connect to your social networks such as Skype, Facebook, MSN if you still use it, You can go on new updates. Obviously, as you can see, I have an update which is a third-party software. You can set your Bluetooth on, you can change your profile, you can set an alarm, and you can change internet connection, like so, just tapping it, and there are all the internet connections. The menu looks like this. You have all your apps there. One bad thing about the menu is you can't create folders from the go, as in you'll have to download an extra tweak and whatnot, but it's very simple scrolling like so. All your apps are there, and you just scroll up and down, and if you want to, sorry, just clicked on something, and if you want to move something, you just tap and hold, tap and hold. Second, there you go, tap and hold, and you can see at the top, select the application which we have, and tap on a new position. So there, obviously you don't want to do that, I'll just click back. So that is very simple. So OS is a big plus on this phone, and it runs really well with the processor, and the speed is very good and reliable. Now the next thing we are going to cover is this QWERTY keyboard. So if I just go into conversations, this is basically where you send your texts, and you can use your IM. So if you just go into new text there, and I'm just going to type something really quickly. As you can see, I've just typed hello, this is a N900 review, as it is, and the keyboard is very nice. I can show it there. It has got a slight raise to it. I'm not sure how much you can see that, but it's raised, and it feels really nice when you rub it. As you can see, it's a 3-row keyboard. Some people might have a problem with the fact that there's only a little bit of a gap between the top row and the screen. However, I don't have this because my fingers aren't the fattest in the world, so I have it pretty comfortable. You have obviously the symbols there, and you just press that by pressing the function key, and you have shift. One problem if you do have fat fingers obviously is this small space bar. My finger covers it more or less all the way. If you have really fat fingers, you might have trouble there. There is no D-pad, there are directional buttons, and I'd say, you know, this is a very responsive keyboard, and I quite like it. You obviously get a clicking tone when you press it, but all in all, and there are little nice tweaks, such as if you press the shift button and the arrows keys, you can select it all. As I said, it's a nice little thing to have. So I'll say the keyboard is a plus. So the next thing we're going to go on to is the browser. So I'm just going to open up the browser, and this is the Google that came built in with the phone, well, in the favorites. It's not the usual Google client, it's a mobile version. But the the browser is very simple and very good. If you just tap this here, and you've got these options to do, you can go on a new window, paste, save page as, details, options, downloads. I'm sure you can read it for yourself. This little thing here, this thing there, you can add the address to your bookmarks or the shortcut to the desktop. If you do this, you will find you get that. So that is obviously very good. This is just obviously to go back, not rocket science at all. Here, obviously your bookmarks, and that's just to get rid of that status bar thing. And you know, this has Flash support, Adobe Flash Player 9.4. It's not upgradable, don't ask me why, but it does have Flash. Does it play well? It's a bit laggy at times. For example, if I just go to youtube.com, I'm just going to play a random video. Entertainment, slap yourself. Okay. Not sure if you can see this, but it does say, yep, 240p there. See, it is a bit laggy at first, and obviously the ad comes up, so it is pretty slow, the flash, but all in all the browser is pretty good. So this has been a review of the Nokia N900 to things I find most important. If you do want other things covered, I'm sure you can find them elsewhere, but I think the N900 all in all is a very good phone, and you know, if you are a developer and whatnot, then this is definitely the perfect phone for you. So I'll see you around in the next vid hopefully. So rate, comment and subscribe.